Well, hey there, folks. I'm here today to do a demonstration how-to for the James McMurtry song Pinocchio in Vegas. This is one of the tracks off his most recent album, The Black Dog and the Wandering Boy. This comes by way of request from somebody whose name I'm afraid I forgot to make note of, and I don't remember the name. It's been a number of weeks now, so I apologize for whomever that is out there who sees this. Let me know. Hit me up in the comments if you would below. Let me know who it is I should be thanking. I appreciate the request very much. Love them. So bring them on. So this one here is one that I believe it was the first song from the new collection that James started playing out live sometime late 23, early 24, if memory serves. So we in the McMurtry fan community have known this tune for a while, and so I figured out how to play it, well before it came out on the record. It is not one of James's harder songs to play, as we'll see shortly. And so the version that I am playing is the way he was playing it on his Takamine 12-string when he was doing it in those days. Since that time, of course, the arrangement that's on the record is quite different with different instrumentation. It's really very, very tasty stuff. And I believe he now plays that song on the baritone guitar when he's playing it out live to more closely sound like it sounds on the recording, or for whatever reason he has chosen to do that. So in any case, today's thing is about the version that he was playing on stage a couple of years ago, and it is not a tough one to do. All right, let's start with the basics. We're in natural tuning here. I'm playing this on a 12-string as well, excuse me. The shapes we're going to use are ones that are quite straightforward, quite well known. The regular C chord, and we're also going to do an F chord. And instead of a full bar like so, we're going to want to do it this way because we're going to be doing a lot of that pulling off stuff. All right, and then a G chord. And I recommend doing it this way with your second and third here on the lower strings and your pinky down here on the highest instead of this, because you're going to be moving from here to other shapes that make it a lot easier to start from here. Okay, A minor and E minor. All right, those are the chord shapes, very well known. Now, there's a few little hammer-on pull-off things that we're going to work on as we go through the tune, so we'll just take each of those as they come, but those are the main chords we're going to use. Okay, the structure of the song is there's that introduction phrase that I opened the clip with, and James also uses that as kind of connective tissue between the choruses and the following verse as they are played. And then there's two verses that are played with nothing in between. He just goes bang, bang, two verses. Then he plays the first chorus. And then there is another verse, then another chorus, which has slightly different lyrics than the first one. And then there's a bridge, which is about the same length as a typical chorus, as one of the choruses, excuse me. And then there's one last verse. And then the final punchline of the song is when he plays the chorus twice. The first time is a carbon copy to the first chorus of the song. The second one is almost the same as the second chorus, except it has that killer last final lyric, the punchline of the song. I can't call you up and ask you anymore. So that's how we're going to be walking through this. So let's start with that introductory phrase. Okay, so we're going to start with the C chord, and we're going to hammer on and off with our index finger. And then fall on that F chord here. Now, you're going to get that jangle, so you might want to mute that a little bit with your right hand. And the strumming thing I'm doing, let's go ahead and finish the F shape. I'm going to be pulling off. So... And then when you go back to the C, you're going to be hammering with the second finger, going from the D to the E note, then back to the F. Go ahead and pull that off now. That's when I love that jangle. So I'm playing that up typically when I'm doing this. All right, let's do it again. Okay, and then so you can see with the right hand, it's downstroke, upstroke after you've brought that finger down. So I'm always coming up on that hit. Okay, now let's go ahead. What I'm going to do here is the first verse and the second verse are played in the same chord situations. And there's no transition. He doesn't do that little connective bit that we just talked about in between the first and the second verses. He just goes straight in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play the second verse and into the chorus, and then we'll come back and break those things down, because there are sequences in there that are common to both and that are basically the anchors of the whole song. So let me just go ahead and do that. Mrs. Old Geppetto, gone now 2 years, boy is spending real money, and he's crying real tears. You'd have thought it'd been a straight and simple, untaxed estate. It was nearly out of probate when it blew up in his face. There were whispers and shadows all around the town. Heretofore unknown relations, old Geppetto got around. My grandmother's friends used to play bridge every Tuesday at 10. Who were the neighbors next door when I was still crawling on the floor? Connective tissue. Does that twice, and then he goes into the next verse when the claims came to light. Okay, so let's break that down now. The first, what I'll say is there's two halves of the verse. The first half is the so same strum all day long. So now we're going C and just walk down one. That's where you're going, and it's that same C to F anchor for the whole tune. So just step down one fret, and then jump to the F, and pull off. Mrs. Old Geppetto, gone now 2 years, boys, real money. Okay, so that's the first half of the verse. That. The second half of the verse starts with the G chord, down to the A minor chord, down to the F, down and back to the G. G and F and hold. Now on the first verse he just goes right into he misses Old Geppetto, but on the second verse that's when he's going to jump into the chorus. And it's as you noticed, the chorus is very similar to that first half of the verse. Who were my grandmother's friends? Basically the same. All right, and so when I was still crawling on the floor, and then you go into the connective. Do that twice, and then he's going back into the next verse when the claims came to light, and he goes from there. Let's see, both sides are bitter, both sides will live. Who were my grandmother's friends? Again, the same plan, just that different line about used to take me fishing and who all did we lose in the war. It's different lyrics for the second time around in the chorus. All right, now we get to the bridge, little bridge section. Yeah, and let me go ahead and I'll just play it, and then we'll come back and break it down. Snapping peas on that front porch step, come and take them watermelon rinds. Toss them over the horse lot fence. Go wash up, quit that crying. Pinocchio is over it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with, it goes a G to A minor to C, excuse me, to F to C. Snapping peas on that front porch step. Come and take that watermelon rice. Okay, then E minor. A minor. F. To G. Now, here's the thing that he's doing there is he's basically getting a G7 going. So this is probably the trickiest thing you're going to do with the right hand here, is you somehow have to start with this, and then as you're walking up here, you got to somehow avoid hitting that open A string. You don't want that. So what I do there is I'll start down here, and then I'll just consciously or subconsciously move my hand a little lower, so I'm only never going any higher than the D string for the rest of that little bit. So and you got to come back, do it one more time. Pinocchio is over it. Okay, so that's how that bridge thing works. So I believe that I think we've just checked every box here on the structure. We got all the shapes down. We got the intro connective tissue bit. We got the verses and the choruses, how they echo one another. And we've talked about the bridge section. So put them all together. Just go ahead and fire up the tune, play along with. Should be fine. Please, if you're the requester, excuse me, please let me know. And as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you on the next one.